Get money. Going on. You are live. Shit, and you are Dusty. Oh my God. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Lunchtime TV. I swear I'm always looking out the window. I wish you guys could see what I can see. It's not a whole lot. It's just an amazing transformation of this house next door. I think these people are trying to sell it, so they're just getting it prepped and ready. This thing used to be mad ugly, and now it's just a little bit ugly. So it's an improvement. You went from mad ugly, just a little bit ugly. Hope they get good money off the house, man. Uh, and they probably should give me a cut. All that loud banging and crap that they be doing early in the morning, I don't really be on board with that. But got a lot of houses in our neighborhood that's doing that. So your boy is up mad early because these people start working like I think it's before the roosters start crowing. Do roosters still do that? I don't even know if we have what seems like they're doing, normal everyday life activities. Whereas like before, really moving is silent, but now we're back at that point where it's like everybody's out on their bikes, everybody's out running, people are, back at work. The traffic is heavy as hell, which I'm not a super fan of that, but hey, like I said, it seems like things are starting to resemble a different kind of normal. But at the same time, you see news reports that say coronavirus cases are spiking. So I hope everybody's staying safe. Do your part, mask up, all that. Also, the clock is ticking. We're counting down the days. It's almost election time. Early voting has started. If you haven't had a chance to vote, go do so now. Sorry, I'm fiddling with this thing, trying to get it to tighten up. Here we go. You should have received your ballot in the mail. If you have not, be on the lookout for that this week. Hopefully early next week. If you haven't received it by then, you probably, mail in your ballot. That is necessary for you to have your vote counted. Like I said on the show previously, I have not always been the biggest advocate for things such as voting, but I think it's more important now than ever. I think a lot of people think that. Most of us think that. Even the enemy thinks that. And I say the enemy because you know what's crazy? You're not necessarily the enemy just because you are Republican or Democrat. You now, at least in my eyes, you're the enemy if you're on the side of the person who's opting to hate everyone. That is a problem, a big problem. It is tough though, because you have to understand, like, I'm not Republican or Democrat. I feel like I'm just on the right side. Let's try to do our best to treat people right. The person who reps Team R advocates for the mistreatment of all people. I can't get down with that. Everybody else on the ballot basically don't really have a shot. We all know that. So I think if you're voting against hate, then you end up voting Democrat for the year. That's just my opinion. Also based on my little amount of knowledge that I have on the topic and subject. And what I mean by subject, I mean politics. Like I said, for me, it's always been about the fact that the other guy just doesn't like other humans. Unless you have big money, I think he'll mess with you if you have big money. But, they'll all do that. You see these owners still paying these athletes. You really think some of them actually care about these players? Do you think they care about these actors, these musicians? Do you think a lot of them care about the people that work on their staff for these major corporations? Some do, yeah, because some of these people have that. But there's a lot of these people that don't give a damn. They only care about the money. 45 will fool with you if you have money. If you don't, then you're somebody that he's going to probably care so much about. So Yeah, make sure you get out and vote. That's going to be super important. So I just got done doing this workout. It's not the greatest. I'm not a great worker outer person. Is it a fitness person? What? I don't even know the terms. I'm not good at it either way. But I'm trying to get rid of the FLABS and take the FL off. So far, if I'm being completely honest. And that's mainly due to the fact that quinoa or French fries, you know, it's like, well, it's a tough thing because eating is like the biggest part of it. If you're trying to like get in really good shape, get that toned up body, because summer bodies are built in the winter. So every year I'm like, yo, this gonna be my summer. This gonna be my summer. Every summer, still fat. And I'm not even like, when you hear, listen, I'm a big person naturally. I'm somebody who at times in life has been, I feel like when you hear fat, you think of like, really, it ain't been that. I'm trying to at least, because you never know. Life is short. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. So while I'm here, I need to try to make sure that before I lose this gorgeous body and all these amazing looks and all the fame I've now attained, because I'm famous now. Before all that goes out the window, I at least need to, for about 10 to 15 solid days, I need to have a six pack. And I need to be able to walk around with no shirt on, just do my best Matthew McConaughey impression. And I'm talking about everywhere. And I don't give a shit if it's cold outside. I'm going to walk into the Starbucks, nipples hard from the cold, with no shirt on, with abs. But I have to get the abs first. So I was just in here doing a little ab workout. It's not going well. It's tough to do multiple exercises at 100 reps a piece. I try to set really high and strong goals for myself. I can do the 100 reps. About 75 of those reps are strong. The other 25 reps, not so good. And you would think that based on the fact that we've been in quarantine that I would have mastered this by now. But the problem is my level of commitment to an ab workout it's pretty bad. It's about as much as some of y'all's baby daddies committing to actually paying the child support. My commitment to working out my abs is the same as that. So you see what's happening. That's why do not let these people tell you that it's not important to take care of yourself. You need time out from whatever person you spend time with. Take it. You need time out from your friends, from your family. Take it. You need time to get those abs right. Take it. Okay, it's important. Your mind, your body, your soul. You got to take care of it, man. Because like I said, if you do what I'm doing and you treat your body like a 7-Eleven, I mean, things will probably be all right for you, but they're not going to be great. You could probably be doing better. That's what my point is. Man, what else we got, man? There's so many crazy stories. I've really been thinking about jumping back into like just basically doing like news alerts, but I'm like, there's just so much stuff, man. Everything is crazy right now. I heard that out in West Seattle. So one of the ballot boxes, this has something to do with voting. So one of the ballot boxes, I think in West Seattle, people had taken human feces and put the shit in the box. Like the things that people are willing to do to prevent other people from voting is crazy to me. Like, you mean to tell me someone was like, oh no, I don't want you to vote. So I'm going to go in the back. Well, I hope they went to the bathroom at least. I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to take a shit in a bag or something, or who knows. This is such a, like what I deem as a barbaric thing. They probably just already had it in their hand. No bag necessary. Because if you're willing to put human shit in a ballot box, you have to just be off your rocker. So probably no bag. They probably just, took a big cup of shit and took it down there and just tried to put it inside the box. So that way, when you come up all happy and eager, you voted early, you feel good about your decision and the way you bubbled or checked these boxes, whatever you're supposed to do, you go to reach your hand in there and you pull your hand out and there's shit on your hand. That's not Nutella. That's human feces. That's crazy to me. The things people are willing to do to stop other people voting or from voting, excuse me. Let's see, what else? I seen something where there's some company in Texas. I don't even want to give they don't deserve to have their company actually represented on the show. The person who owns the company or maybe the CEO, somebody who's high up in the company said that layoffs will start to depend on the results of the election. So basically, if Biden gets elected, the person had already sent out an email stating that some of the people who work there would probably lose their jobs. AKA, if we know that you went out and you voted for Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, you're going to lose your job. But if Trump wins, everybody get to keep their job. Because then at that point, you're not worried about it, right? Because then walking around the office, you get to play the role of, the superior to the other employees that you work amongst if you know that they voted for the other candidate who loses. But at the same time, it's flipped, obviously, because if the Democrats win, then those people apparently have that same little power over the other people that work there. So this person has gone out of their way to communicate to all staff and anybody involved in this company that if Biden wins the election, that people are going to start to lose their jobs. Or how about we have a Miami police officer who's on duty at a voter registration place or somewhere where they're turning in ballots in a full-on Trump mask. I'm happy that you're in Florida and you're wearing your mask. But the fact that the only reason you were probably wearing it is to represent Trump while you're on duty, bro, that's crazy. And you are a person who's walking around armed. You're walking around armed in a place where voting is a very important thing, and you are letting it be known which side you were on while you're armed. As if that's not intimidation. Come on, man. In the area that I work in, every day when I leave work, I always see it's not directly on the corner where the building that I work at is, but it's like around the block. There's always Trump supporters out there. So I always make sure that when I drive by, if the weather's nice enough and it allows for me to do so, I make sure that the windows and the sunroof are down. Like I said, me personally, I don't fear y'all. If y'all want to vote for Trump, that's totally fine. Do your thing. But also just remember that when I say that you're an idiot, it's for good reason. And like I said, most of y'all aren't voting based on your actual political beliefs and how you think the country should be, best run and all that type of stuff. Most of you are in a situation now where you're literally just picking him because you don't like the fact that there are so many other people who, people of color, we have, lesbian, gay, trans community, all these different communities. They're all speaking out against your one little guy. And you guys are all hanging your hats on the fact that you feel like only you as just white male and white female and your families should have, a say in how things go in this place and how people live and da 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 da. I mean, you hate to say that because there's Latinos who are voting for Trump. There's black people who are voting for Trump. There's all kinds of people. Any of you were on board with that type of rhetoric that they have set forth and I'm telling you how it's coming from my view. It comes across as if those type of people, they only want this place to be one specific way. There is no room for anybody to be unique and be different and also request things that can make this thing comfortable for them. And what I mean by thing is I mean life in America. You want it to be comfortable for you while also being understanding of the fact that not all of your needs are going to be met. But some of these people don't recognize that. They say, no, if my needs are not going to be met, then fuck y'all. Y'all not going to get shit. And if by some chance y'all end up getting anything, then we're going to go crazy. And we're going to try to put a stop to all this. So that's why you see all these people talking about, well, if Trump doesn't win, then we're cocked, locked, and ready to go. Like all these things. It's like, bro, but why? You mean to tell me that you're willing to go out? You're willing to go out armed, or however you choose to go out, and you're willing to engage in the most negatives of ways with other humans just because the president that you wanted didn't get picked. You're willing to throw your whole life away over politics. And not even just politics. Obviously, like, I'm willing to die behind some respect. Yeah, of course. This is where I come from. I demand the respect, but at the same time, I keep it peaceful. Like, you stay over. If you want to disrespect me, stay over there. If you get too close, you get in my bubble, you opt to like reach out to do something, run up, get done. But that nigga, like, what would be the point of that? Tell me what getting, and then y'all start wilding out. Because one person. And I don't understand why some of y'all not understanding what the consequences could be. You see these videos popping up on a daily basis. People who are going out of their way, they're opting to, showcase their racist views and rhetoric in public in front of people. They allow it to get to them so much that they're willing to put hands on other people. And it's from both sides. It is from both sides. But the people who are going out of their way to be purposely racist and make it known that they think that Trump is going to be the person to make America great again, that all lives matter and that only white lives matter and black lives don't matter and da-da-da-da-da, and they want to be out there in public calling people the N-word and doing all these things. You see what ends up happening to y'all. If the confrontation gets physical, y'all usually end up getting knocked out. Even if it doesn't, you still get knocked out, because then after these videos pop up on the internet, then you're unemployed. Why even do that to yourself? Why can't you just look at someone, even if you say that they're a Democrat, they're an idiot, they're a Republican, but once you start over the voting stuff, that means y'all are doing too much, and that's for everybody. Allow people to cast their. You know what you do? You walk the other way. Don't worry about them. And whatever happens, happens. The same thing to your boy, making all these threats, talking about if he get voted out, he not leaving quietly. Bro, just go away. When you lose the game is over. Get off the court and let the next people run. We don't have time for all this complaining shit. I can't stand that. When you be at the court and y'all beat somebody and then they got one nigga on the court talking about, I'm not leaving. Y'all was fouling on that last play and y'all didn't want to respect the call. And shut up. Go home. If you're going to cry like that, take your ball and go home. And the same thing to all of these people who are on this whole, like, if Trump loses, we're going to go crazy and we're going to, boy, shut up. No one cares. Y'all can go crazy all you want. Most of you are suckers. You're not going to do anything. And listen, and hear me clearly when I say this. Yes, this election year is crazy. It's so big. It's so important. The magnitude of this can't even really be described and put into words. So when for not the better, but for the worse, because you were mad, and it's more problems than what there already is, just because y'all are mad if you end up losing. And like I said, it goes both ways. Yeah, I know who I'm planning to vote for. It's not going to be Donald Trump. It's not Kanye West. And it's not these other people that I had never heard of on the ballot. Most people are picking the lesser of two evils. And I feel like you have to say that everybody has their stuff. That's totally fine. But y'all have to remember, you have one guy who outright just lies all the time, says the most despicable of things towards all people, and then when gets called out on, he does the whole, nah, I never said that. Like, bro, we got you on tape, bro. This ain't Craig getting fired on his day off for stealing boxes, all right? This is not that. This is different. You